What's up, guys? The Arena Docs are back here. We're going to do a limited review for the commons and uncommons in green in the Crimson Vow set.
Starting with number 5, we've got Spore Crawler. Excellent card coming in at common. You can reliably get this every draft. A 3-2 for 3. Built-in card advantage, right? Comes in, it's going to trade with something, eat a removal spell, and when it dies, you draw a card. Excellent card. You're going to want 3 of these in your deck. If you're getting past these late, especially near the end of the pack, that's a signal green's probably open, and maybe you want to switch colors.
Yeah, I love it. The 3 power is enough that it can at least trade, almost anything, until you get into the higher drops that have 4 power plus. This is going to be trading, and you're going to come out on top with that extra card. So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Only 1 green requirement. Very, very simple. Just basic card advantage. Love it. Okay, this guy, the Weaver of Blossoms, who is 1 green and 2 colorless for a creature human werewolf, who's a 2/3. And this is just add 1 mana of any color. So it both ramps you and gives you mana fixing. So this is fantastic. This is the obvious comparison from the previous set. In Limited was the Eccentric Farmer. So Eccentric Farmer has the advantage that it puts some cards into your graveyard, and most of the time you will get a land back into your hand from the graveyard. But the advantage here is that, 1, it can fix for any color, and not just whatever you happen to put into your graveyard. And number 2, this has a backside. So when we go to the backside, this is a 3/4. So if you can get tonight pretty quickly and add 2 mana of any one color, I mean, this is insane.
Yeah, I think this is excellent. I mean, obviously any mana ramp at common is great. Mana ramp and fixing on a reasonably big body, a 2/3 or 3/4 is excellent. And being able to ramp to a 6 drop on turn 4, potentially, is just unreal. This is a great card. Common, again, you're getting past this late, you're going to want to pick these up. And it's going to allow you to splash that 3rd or 4th color more reasonably, which could make your deck more powerful as well.
Yeah, especially if you get something like a 6 drop on your 4th turn. It's just totally insane.
Yeah. Let's look at number 3. We have the Reclusive Taxidermist. 2 mana for a 1/2. Essentially the same card, right? 1 mana less, you get a 1/2, a reasonable blocking body that can add 1 mana, so you're ramping on turn 2, or fixing as well. The nice thing is later on in the game, once you have 4 more creature cards in your graveyard, this is coming down as a 4/4. So 4/4 for 2 is obviously excellent. And so it kind of has the best of all worlds. Late game, it's a good body of 4/4. Early game, it's ramping you or fixing you. This is a very strong card. Obviously, it's coming in at uncommon.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we would prioritize the much simpler version of this, which would be, for example, 2 mana, add one mana to just ramp you. And this has the advantage of becoming a 4/4. So this has the range and the ramp and the fixing. Can't beat it.
Yeah.
Okay, second best in the set for green, common and uncommon, is the Bramble Worm, which is 6 and a green for a worm, a 7/6, which has reach, often secret reach, and trample. So when he enters the battlefield, you gain 5 life, and then once he dies, if he dies, then you can exile him from your graveyard for another 5 life. So this card, when we saw it, we were like, wow, this archetype of this worm, this late game board stabilizer for green is fantastic. We've seen very similar cards to this in many previous sets, and this is exactly how you want to stabilize the board. Like you're on the ropes, you're against that red-black deck. They've been hitting you, they've used all their gas in their hand. You're down to 5 life, 7 life. You're trying to stabilize the board. You play this guy, they can't attack anymore because he's going to eat them. He's got that 6 power, so he can absorb an attacker and kill anything that attacks into him. He can catch things on reach, and then you gain that 5 life. You go from 7 life back to 12. You stabilize the board, then they're top decking, and then if they happen to get him off the board, which would probably be on the rare side, then you get you another 5 life. So if you get 10 life out of this guy and a 7/7 or 7/6 reach trample, that's just absurd. So this guy, totally a top creature for green, common, and uncommon.
I agree. I mean, obviously he needs to be an uncommon. These can't be flying around all drafts. But worst case scenario, it comes down to each sort of removal spell. You get 10 life out of it. Obviously not good value, 7 mana for 10 life. But even then, he's still doing his job on stabilizing the board. And if he stays on the board, he's going to win you the game. This is an excellent card.
Yeah, and it had to be a premium removal spell too, right? Because nothing, even the 5 damage doers can't even take this guy down. Yeah. So anyway,
excellent
love it.
Card. And the best green, common, and uncommon in the set comes in as a common Wolf Strike, 3 mana. Target creature you can control gets +2/+0, and then deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. The important thing on this card is that they only get the pump if it's night. Otherwise, it's just a deal damage to target creature. Regardless, green does have large creatures. Oftentimes, your power is going to be enough to kill another target creature. There's not a lot of premium removal in green. Essentially, this is it. So obviously, if you're getting past this or you're opening this and you're looking to go into green, you're going to want to take this highly.
For sure. And this it's better in the werewolf decks where you're looking to make it night, but it doesn't have to be that either. I think it's really good. The instant speed removal in green for a reasonable price is premium at base value. And if you get that bonus too, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
The card that's most comparable from the previous set is Clear Shot, which had the same mana cost, same speed, which is instant, and then it would give you, in that case, +1/+1 and do the same effect. And I think one of the big differentiations here is you don't have to fight. That's massive. The fact that you could often have a creature that would have died in a fight, but it can kill something with this Wolf Strike, and not to mention the fact that green generally struggles with removal, especially if you pair it with blue or something like that, where you're in your Simic deck and you're really hurting for actual true removal spells. This is your best friend. This could even be very reasonably a first pick if your pack is on the weaker side.
And that is it. That is our common and uncommon top 5 review for green Innistrad Crimson Vow. Please stay tuned. We're going to be putting out a bunch more videos, top 5 commons and uncommons for all the colors, as well as our full set reviews coming out in the next few days. So stay tuned.
See you there.